All right, you guys, so we're going to give you a basic tutorial. I have Adam here today. We're going to do a PDI, as they call it in our industry, dealer industry. Preparation, delivery, inspection, or assembly. Simply put, assembly of the SOLANA scooter, 49cc/50 scooter. We have Adam here. He's going to assist us on this tutorial. This is what they look like, you guys, when they come in the box. And now we have it here like this, and we have it on our lift, of course, so it makes it a little easier for us since we do a lot of these. But you guys at home will have it on the ground most likely. And so far, where are you at here, Adam?
So basically what we're doing is we're just taking off the frame off the bike. All it is 2 10mm, and then the bolts come off. You guys don't have to fully take off all the bolts.
Okay.
Just the ones down on the bottom, and then probably the ones up here for the handlebars.
All righty. Okay, so we're going to follow up with the next step, you guys, once we get the entire cage off. Okay, so Adam is removing the top of the cage. You can see how he removed the legs that were mounted to the base. And that's what you guys are going to do. Of course, you're not going to have it on a lift, you're going to have it on the ground. Just place that aside somewhere, and you'll be good to go. And you can see all the bubble wrap, plastic that's wrapped around it. Very typical on any brand you practically purchase. But I found VITACCI, SOLANA, the manufacturer, does a better job at packing, so there's less and minimizes the damage on these scooters. So we found that a lot of the Taotaos usually get a lot of damage on the delivery, just the way they're packed inside there from the factory, so you get little nicks and scratches here and there. But the packing has gotten better with the other brands as well, but Solana is one of our favorite here for the 49cc 50. It's the VITACCI Solana 50, you guys. You'll find it on ScooterATVSales.com. And till the next step, you guys. Okay, so as you unwrap the plastic, this is what you guys can expect. As I mentioned, it's the Solana 50. You can see the handlebars, the way they're wrapped up there in the bubble wrap. And then that is the neck right there. You mount it. Of course, there's going to be a mounting bolt there that's going to be placed, and we'll show you guys that. And that's the trunk right over here. All right. So they got zip ties here that fasten this bubble wrap around the cluster. As we unwrap it, you guys get a bit of view of everything. Okay, so the fastening bolt comes with the hardware, which we'll unpack here in a minute, but that's where you can see there's a little area right here. There's an area. And it's where you're going to put that bolt, fastening bolt inside, and it's going to secure the neck down. Without the face panel on, this is your regulator, you guys. This is your USB charger port. This is your horn. Okay, so we'll follow up with the next step, you guys. All right, so the key, they place it here in the key switch area. All you got to do is remove that. Put it into the key release here for the seat. That pops the seat open. As you can see, all the rest of your accessories and parts are over here. These are the side view mirrors over here, as shown. What else do we have here, you guys? Okay, it comes with that little mini toolkit. What else do we have here? All right, got some nice. What do we have here, Adam?
That is for the exhaust.
For the exhaust. Then we got the battery here. The batteries are ready to go. They're plug and play batteries, you guys, as shown. Plug and play batteries. We always make sure they are fully charged as well. You want to verify that. And this here would be for your battery cover, which is under the placemat there. This cover can be removed here. You have, what's that there? That's the VIN number cover. And you have your manual over there. This VIN cover goes over here, you guys. See, it's engraved here in your frame. And as I mentioned, your little toolkit. This is the mat. This is where your battery box is, right over here. So, okay, so Adam organized this with your manual here, side view mirrors. This is the trunk here. That's the face panel right here. This is the cover. It says burn warning here. That's going to go And the tailpipe right over here. Okay, until further notice, you guys. Go ahead.
So basically your bolts are going to be in your cup holder, and then you just want to put the bolt and the nut through here.
Okay, and what bolt and nut is that? Let's see.
This is for the neck.
All right, so that's for the neck, and you found that right here in the open tray area?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where they placed it from the factory, you guys. And then this is what Adam's doing right now. You can see that hole, that opening there. That's where you're going to place it, and then you tighten the nut on the other end, and that'll keep this neck, which houses the cluster, and the housing, upper housing with your light fixture there.
All right, so I'm just making sure after the battery's installed, the battery head cover hasn't been put on. I'm checking all the lights except for the headlight. That'll be when the machine is running. Also the horn. This side's working.
Brake light works. Okay, so that light, that front light, you guys, that comes on when the engine is on.
So guys, I'm about ready to put this on after I put the mat on. All it takes is 2 screws to hold it on and a bunch of clips. And it just goes on just like this. You'll hear a couple of clicks. Just make sure when you pull it, if you end up forgetting anything, pull it back off, just twist and pull.
Okay, and then where do those screws go?
They go right where my 2 fingers are.
Let's see. Okay, so right over there and then the other side. All right, you guys, until the next one.
So I'm putting the burn shield on for the exhaust pipe. It already comes with them attached for the hardware. And it goes right here, it takes a 5, sometimes a 6 depending. And you just screw it right on. Sometimes you gotta push. See, they have the green washers that are in the way.
Okay, you guys, until the next step. Okay, so Adam just placed a cover over the VIN number. So this, all right, so he's mounting the side view mirrors right now. Those are 8mm.
With a 14mm wrench.
Okay.
So guys, I'm in the middle of putting on the trunk. It comes with all this hardware right here and with the 2 brackets that go underneath. You just gotta find your spot where you want it and then mount it.
Okay, so you're gonna, how are you gonna do this now? So you grab the trunk, you place it here on the metal rack.
Right. And sometimes the trunk doesn't come assembled. So you gotta assemble it yourself sometimes.
Okay.
You put the washer and the bolt like that, find your little hole where you want it, put them in, just as so.
Okay, and then these rails are gonna go here on the bottom, correct?
Correct.
All right, as you guys can see, the screws, how they're hanging, and he's gonna mount that with the nuts, and then it's gonna secure it. And we'll show you guys what it looks like once it's done.
All right, so I got all the screws, the washers in, and then also the holding stuff down here, plus the nuts. Now I'm just tightening them up. You can use a 10mm to hold it. I got strong enough finger strength that I can hold these to tighten them up.
Okay, you guys, until the next step.
Okay, so basically before any of this gets built or anything, it used to be where you have to install the front fender with the tire, and then the shocks. There's this one comes with double shocks now. You gotta make sure they're all tight. And also the center stand you would always have to put on yourself.
All right, you guys, so keep that in mind. So this is coming from the factory now with the front wheel installed, the front fender installed, as well as now it's coming with those dual shocks in the back. So despite it being installed from the factory, you still want to double check, make sure those nuts and bolts are nice and tight on it. All right, so until the next step, you guys. 3.
So guys, we got the machine off the lift. I'm in the middle of checking the oil level just to make sure there's enough oil in it to run it. If not, then I gotta fill it up.
Now what type of oil does it take, Adam?
10W30 or 10W40.
4-stroke oil, correct?
Right. So I'm gonna let it sit since it's been rocking back and forth. The level show a little low, then I'm gonna be putting gas in it, doing the tire pressure and firing it right up.
All right, what should the tire pressure be?
The tire pressure should be at like 36 PSI.
Okay, and then what type of gas?
It's 91 octane. It even shows on here 90 octane or above.
Okay, you guys, so until the next step, we're just about 100% complete. Then Adam will show you guys how to prime it properly to get it started. All right, so it looks like the oil level was low. That's why you always want to check, never assume from the factory that there's 100% oil in the engine. And it takes just shy of a quart of oil, you guys. So Adam is adding some oil because it was quite low. And 3.
All right, so I just put gas in the gas tank. Now, you're gonna notice, how come it's not starting? Well, it takes a while for it to start flowing into the carburetor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank it over, do a few seconds. Sometimes if you let it sit and then do it again, it might fire right back, fire up. Not often it happens. Like that.
All right, you guys, as you saw what he did and just fired right up. So that is a technique, that's a tip on how to get these primed up and started. As well as sometimes if that doesn't work, you can also kickstart it a little bit, right?
Right. Kickstart it over. It may take a few more times to kick it over than usual, but it helps the compression ratio so it gets oil up into the head and it makes sure it gets vacuumed so it has enough to prime that gas tank.
Awesome.
1.
Okay, you guys, so the idle is quite low. It's not keeping. So you got to remove this cover by the screw right here. It gives you access to the top of the carburetor. There's also a cap on top of the idle screw here that you got to remove, and then allows you to adjust the idle, bring it up there a little bit. You still have that cap on in your hand there, Adam?
It's right there in my
right over there, you guys. So that covers up, and that's from the EPA. So the manufacturer has to put that on, so it doesn't give you access to the idle screw. So you have to just pull it up straight, and he used that plier. Just pull it up, and it comes right off, and allow you to adjust it, increase the idle. Once you get it started, make sure you allow it to run for a few minutes. I would say at least 5 minutes minimum, and then you can take it for an easy ride and test the brakes on it, test all the blinkers once again, and you'll have your new ride, you guys.
Okay, I get that in here.
Okay, you guys, so we are 100% complete with the assembly. As you guys can see what it looks like, completely done, 101% actually. And we did start it up and test all the blinkers, the brake lights. And one other thing we want to show you guys, show our audience where the adjuster is for the rear brake.
The rear brake adjuster is here on the 49s. The 150s are up here.
Okay, so when we give this a start so our audience can hear it run. Okay, you guys, so 101%, we adjusted the idle. We did have to add some oil on it. As you can see, the blinkers, everything's working. You guys should be doing the same before you take it out and ride it. Then take it out for an easy ride, break it in for about a few hundred miles and do a full service on it. Any other tips you want to add to it?
Basically, when you're getting it started, if you can't get it started, agitate the throttle a little bit, kickstart it over or electric start it.
Okay, so let's say for very cold temperatures like we have here in northern Nevada, you want to agitate that throttle?
Right.
Why don't we show them, give an example of what you mean by that?
So
Shut it off.
Shut the bike off so it doesn't flood it. But what I like to do is go like this and twist the throttle and then try to start it.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, you guys, that's a tip from Adam. He's a full-time scooter rider. So, I mean, that's his main form of transportation. So you guys, hope you find this well. These are just some tips on how to do the PDI setup assembly of the Solana. And we'll catch you guys into the next video. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Adam.